I like to smoke when I do these things, so I have to get
That's fine.
myself sprayed with the bug spray. I live in Florida, so
Hey
I got to
everybody,
get
what's going on?
these
This is Joe from
mosquitoes.
Black Talk coming at you again. I'm pretty much here today with a special guest, Jacob Eaton. This is the man behind the madness. Um, Pretty much he is a strong and understanding man. I have watched him work. Also, I'm here with Mobu. We're gonna have more people sit in with us, but also we wanted to do this special broadcasting on BMT to Unfiltered, talking about free thinkers. And one of the biggest things that we see, especially and you already know, we talk about in our Black community. Why does the Black community shun free thinkers and their ideology? This has been a talk that I know a lot of us like to dodge around. We usually see it on political talk. We've never seen it so much. We've seen it even on religion, but altogether, free thinking is free thinking. And why do we try to tribalize the mindset of a person when they think outside of the box? I'm joined here with Mobu and also Jacob. I think Jay's going to be joining us soon. I'm going to see if I can get in touch with MOT. But I'm going to start it off with our special guest, Jacob. Jacob, I'm glad to have you here. If you want to tell us about yourself, please go ahead, brother. What's going on?
Okay, my name is Jacob Eaton. I am the founder of Black Atheists and Agnostics United. Um, One thing about myself is that lifelong atheist. My father was one. My grandmother was one, even though she went to church because it was a different time. I'm older than a lot of you guys. I'm 46. So, and my dad is in his 80s. So that could give you an idea when my grandmother was doing this back in the 30s and 40s. So, but you know, for his generation, it was we treated it like it was none of anybody else's business what we were, and we kind of kept it, it was a private thing that we were, non-believers because we do know our community. Hell, my dad even served on boards of hospitals, and I mean, I'm not hospitals, but on the boards of some churches and stuff. But and we've always had the mentality in my family that Christianity or religion in general, but mainly Christianity, because that's the thing we deal with the most as Black people in this country, um, is like Santa Claus for adults. In fact, when my son asked me about it, I said, well, you have Santa Claus, and adults have Santa Claus for adults, and that's religion. Those stories in there are not meant to be real, representations of the world. Those are told by people a long time ago who, basically, for lack of a better term, were con men and wanted to convince the gullible of some silly stuff. So now, who am I? I'm the founder of BAAU. I'm a heavy haul truck driver. I'm college educated. I was a political consultant for a number of years. Before that, I was in IT. Um, I have two children, and I'm happily soon to be divorced. And that's me in a nutshell. I'm originally from DC. I live in Florida now, and that's me in a nutshell.
How come all the
And
cool people live in Florida?
I cannot explain that, but like I
I'm not
said,
I'm
I
not
say
cool, so I don't know what you're talking about.
no. I'm dead ass like Jay, me, and I think quite a few of us. Um, we're all around Florida. So I know
Yeah,
MOT is going to be joining us soon.
yeah,
But
I'm in Tallahassee right now, so
oh man, you like it's like you ain't but a thing from us, man. You ain't but a
yeah,
thing.
hour 40 minutes. Jacksonville, hour 40 minutes. I'm there all the
Oh,
time.
bro, you might need to get up with the gang, man. When we like have like adult movie night or pretty much like
All
we
right,
have
that's
our
cool.
little bowling stuff. See,
Well,
this
I'm a
is
driver, so
networking.
that's no problem.
This
That's a
is
driver.
networking, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make
Yeah.
sure Jay get we got to get your stuff. I told Mobile to come down, man. I said we all need to go to Shoney's, but niggas be rushing
Mm-hmm.
me off.
Because there's a
Hey,
bunch of
I am
people over
down
there.
for
There's about
Shoney's. That butterfly shrimp is on point.
So let's hit it.
Shoney's. I haven't been
Let's.
to Shoney's in a
I'm
minute.
just saying, man. Okay. Oh, free thinking, free thinkers.
Okay.
They think it's a terminology that just showed up, or these people just showed up all of a sudden.
No, we've always
We,
been around. Like I say it like my pops and I both say it like this. We say it like when it comes to if you read the Bible, I mean, actually sat down and read that piece, you know it's bullshit. And there are a lot of preachers out here quiet as kept. Heck, we have about two or three in our group that are atheists, and they had some issues about it and stuff like that. We have people who have the Bible fully memorized, and they are atheists now, or agnostic. But one thing I do want to get away from is like with people who are newly converted, please, please, please do not bring those old habits of you have to conform to a certain thing to be in the clique of atheists and agnostic. We don't do that. At least not in my group. Other groups do it. We don't. That's why we're the second largest group after only 3 years. So because we don't play that. We don't play that. We take you where you are and where you at. The homophobia stuff, we don't want to hear it. The men bashing, we don't want to hear it. The women bashing, we don't want to hear it. Just all of that stuff. Just check that at the door. Everybody's at a different place, and we have people in the group from, I think, like last count, 64 countries. Black folk and people of color from 64 countries.
Okay.
So come on, man.
All right.
You also in the group?
Black Atheists and Agnostic United.
I'm gonna grab the link and put it in.
I'm actually part of the group. I'm actually part of that group.
All right, goddamn. What the hell did you get part of that group, MOT? I don't ever see your ass in that. Goddamn, you be everywhere. I tell you, this man be moving.
And we wild too. If you want the serious stuff, hey guys, if you want the serious stuff, look in the file section. I just updated it with some new stuff. If you just want to wild and trip out, that's the main group for the most part. That's how we do. We bunch of heathen.
Now I'm gonna ask everybody. Hang on, Jacob. Mobile. What made you? When did you start your journey as a free thinker, or did you come to some realization for you?
I was always questioning. Excuse me, plantain time.
No problem.
I was always questioning religion, even when I was a kid. Like at 7 years old, I literally sat on an altar and I thought to myself, why did God make me black? And I thought to myself, okay, well, is there a God? Because there's so much stuff that's so out there that it makes no sense, I mean, what really officially put it to me was the death of my mother. The death of my mother is what really put it to me. Because my mother had leukemia, right? And she prayed to God daily to take away this leukemia. And well, lo and behold, my mom beat leukemia. And then exactly 1 year later, died of a fucking heart attack. Alone, on the floor, attempting to dial 911.
Wow.
And I think he's impotent. He's impotent and he's lazy. And if there is a God and I have to go see him at Judgment Day, he will have a lot to answer for from me. The Holocaust that happened, you have slavery that happened, you have all these instances of humanity being horrible to each other. But yet still you feel as if there, I can say you, but people feel there is a God who watches over us and protects us and loves us. And it's disgusting to me that people actually feel that way. It's like, dude, there are people starving, not just in Africa, but right down the damn block. If God was an ultimate being of love, he would make it to where food is abundant everywhere. Okay? People who would harm humanity would die sudden horrible deaths. Donald Trump's has to be in the ground by now.
Hey.
But he isn't.
Oh Lord, he already trying to set shit off.
That's okay.
Sit down, Mobile.
Nah, bro, I'm
finna
go smoke.
my family.
Yeah, go smoke.
We have a family line, and we have a family saying that said if there was a God, he took off for 400 years and let the horrible things that happen to our people, then he has nothing to do with us, and we want nothing to do with him. That's our family. Our
family. He just didn't come back after halftime. He just didn't come back after halftime.
Lord, I'm saying with all y'all heathens.
Yeah, that's our family thing.
MOT, I gotta ask the question. Why does the black community clutch so hard to religion? even throughout all these dire times?
Because it doesn't hold them responsible for anything. And they know themselves that there's really no one who's coming out the sky to come and punish them for anything that they do or anything that has happened. They know this. I mean, it's kind of like an absolution protection racket. Like, rather than going out there and getting your own results, you can just say, "Oh, I'll put it on God," or "I'll pray for it," or "I'll do something like that." That really takes all the impetus out of your hands and it puts it in somebody else's hands for them to be able to do it on your behalf. So it's kind of like God is okay whether he helps you or he doesn't help you. It kind of leaves you on the hook to kind of claim responsibility for things and not claim responsibility for things at the same time. It's kind of like, I'm the type of guy, pray to God, swim the shore. I mean, sometimes your situation is, it ain't even that bad, so you have to take some type of action, right?
Yep.
But
I'll take it one step deeper. Christianity and the African American community is a tool of white supremacy. You were up until recently.
That's why I was introduced.
Yeah, exactly. Up until recently, you were given a white God.
Y'all trying to say something.
God, and this God you were supposed to pray to, and this God was supposed to be all powerful, all omnipotent. He was going to save your black ass, and even the angels were. And this put in the psyche that black is bad, people of color are bad, but the white God is good. So they removed our culture. They removed what we had as religion. Some tribes didn't even have religion, but that's what was done. And then you would be
probably would have been Muslims rather than Christians if we had stayed and not took the boat ride. I mean, it would have been, it was either Muslims or nothing. I mean, it doesn't.
Muslims nothing. Yeah, Muslims are nothing, or the different tribal faiths. You know.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, so
the thing about it for me, and like I said, I'm Geechee and I'm Gullah. Okay, so my people, we cling to the old ways, and you know, a lot of people don't know that some of the practices in that, like how people would think that some of the people in the church would be praying to God, they would actually have little dolls or little things set up so that way they could pray to their home. They pray, one day I'm gonna get home. One day, you know, so that's why you see most of the Gullah people, we live right by the shore because we were like, yo, one day how are we gonna get home? We're not getting home. So we just killed all our oppressors in just 1 month and just said, fuck it, this is it. We're stuck here. Anybody come on here and you're not black or you don't have your hair set up a certain type of way, we're just gonna kill you and throw your kids in the sea. That was a story. So I want to break down the myth, though, that there were black people that were fighting and killing white people during slavery time. Y'all, they just don't.
There was tons of them.
You just don't write about that in the tabloids. We took a loss last week. 14 niggas ran up on us and stabbed us to death. Like, they're not gonna tell those stories. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that's passed out. So the thing about it is, do I believe that religion was used to put black people in a certain type of dire state? Yes. I know some of y'all motherfuckers don't want to hear that, but I'm sorry, because I even see it now, and y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna be for real. Like the boy who just got shot in Dallas, this woman looked like she about to walk. I'm sorry, this bitch looked like she about to walk. And everybody's saying that, and everybody's saying, oh man, let's pray and protest. I'm like, man, fuck all this doggone shit that we've been doing for 400 years.
Burn some shit down.
This, but damn it seems like how many more of us got to get our ass capped before we say, okay, this shit just don't work. It's just not been working. I don't know why, but it's like we either get the leftovers or we get told to believe in something and it just fucks us over times a million. Now, if I'm wrong for saying that, y'all brothers, y'all can check me. But I know each and every last one of us buried in our heart, we know this shit to be true.
No lies detected.
No, nothing here.
I'm just saying because we're about to watch it right now that this woman is literally going to walk. And I'm seeing people run to the church. I'm seeing people protest. I'm seeing a lot of bullshit. And I'm like, yo, bro, it's
Well,
like the same mechanism. Shoot your baby, and then, hey, God wanted your baby to die. And I'm like, oh my God, man.
Well, what it is, it's a pressure relief valve. You see, the church is a pressure relief valve. It's taking that energy. The church is a pressure relief valve. It's taking that energy that would have you out there actually doing something and getting some stuff done and getting you to sit there and waste your time praying and waste your time cooling out and saying, oh, it's going to give us forgiveness one day. Oh, one day. And
we shall overcome.
Yeah, we shall overcome one day. And that's what it's designed to do. Now you have a couple of pastors. Now, I'm not gonna shit on all the pastors because there are a couple of good ones. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these chicken-headed, chicken-eating, pray for your sister type of cock-sucking ass pastors, motherfuckers. There are a lot of them out here. A lot of them out here. You know, and I don't fuck with them. I fuck with here in my town. There's about 3 pastors I actually fool with, and because they did me right when I was working on the first Obama campaign, I needed some vans. I called up some of these pastors. They wouldn't do it. Well, we can't do that because of this, that, and the other. But a couple of them were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this done." And tell you the truth, one of them was a Republican. He was like, "Nah, we still gonna get this done. I got you." I called him up and told him, said, "Look, I need some vans to get some people to the polls." He was like, "No problem, I got you. How many vans you need?" And and who else didn't give you vans? Here, we got you. And that's what I'm talking about. So I fucks with people who fucks with me and fucks with trying to uplift black people. There are a lot of these motherfuckers that aren't. They about getting their Bentleys and their Benzes. In fact, that's one of the things I look for when I have to work for church. I look out in the parking lot. If I see the car the pastor's driving in some BMW, I'm not gonna fuck with him. If I see a guy driving a reasonable car, okay, I can fuck with you. And you're doing some stuff for the community, okay, I can fuck with you. You know, and that's just how I am. That's just how I am. You know, there's too much, and we got too many coons in our. I mean, like the motherfuckers that went to go kiss Trump's ass. Are you fucking kidding me? All them niggas should be run out of town.
That's how they make their money.
Because
a bunch of fucking chicken.
I honestly feel like this, and I'm gonna be for real. And take it for somebody who's been to seminary school. I feel like religion. If you master the silver tongue of religion, you can honestly buy people. I really believe that. What is it so badly? And I'm gonna start off with Mobu. What is it so badly that black people are looking for to believe
in? Because our original religion was taken from us, because our original spirituality path was taken from us, and we were forced to do this, it's ingrained in us to have a sense of belonging, to have a sense of hope. And when it all comes down to brass tacks, Christianity, at least Western Christianity, because I'm not going to shit on all Christianity, but Western Christianity is the perfect religion for a slave. Because it says, if you work yourself hard in this life, in heaven you shall have riches. Right? Which means, in essence, it's a death cult. Because you don't get anything cool. You don't get anything cool or awesome while you're alive. You have to die to get your reward. And in order for Jesus to come back, everybody else has to die. Get it? So this is the perfect religion for a slave. It says, obey your masters. Obey your authority figures. And never question. Always have faith. Because in the end, you will have your just reward. And I personally think it's all bullshit. But that's the reason why black people are so ingrained in this, is because they're so used to struggling, so used to being on the shit end of the stick, that they don't want to work for anything better. They just want to work and die so they can get their reward in heaven.
Let me say this before I get to you, Jacob. And I'm gonna break down plausible ethos for some of y'all. The man known as Jesus of Nazareth, first off, was never for the church. If y'all ever actually read about the man, he was a poor carpenter. And if you know about a carpenter over there, that is the low class. That is the bottom of the barrel. They are the servants. And he was like, treat your fellow man with dignity, respect each other, don't look down on women. If you looked at a lot of the stuff that he was doing, it went against the rules of the church. Just fair around now. A woman touching Jesus, what happened? Everybody wanted to kill her. He was like, why y'all going to kill her? How many of y'all already slept with her? So how y'all going to kill the same woman that y'all go to at nighttime and bang? This is Jesus. I'm just throwing it out. I believe when people do stuff, and if their message, let's say Jacob set out and he did something for the people. Jacob suddenly dies. And people take his message and run with it in a different direction. I think that's the problem when it comes to us. Because I'm seeing all different types of interpretations of books and shit. Hell, I'm seeing pastors now talk about new stuff. I said, yo, bro, this shit don't make no sense. And I was very happy when Jacob said something. He said, listen, when I went to go do the poll, go get people to go for the polls, 3 pastors stepped up, regardless of what I believed in. They didn't give a shit about that. They just said, yo, you need help, help you. And I think that's the problem. This is why I have a hard time. This is me. I don't fuck with pastors. And then y'all can unsubscribe to me if you super happy go lucky. I don't. I've seen how some of them get down. I went to seminary school, so y'all niggas can't lie to me. Y'all know how much it costs. We pay the money. They set us up for a certain type of salary. We make the cash. So y'all can't lie to me. It's okay. Y'all wanted me to cut my hair. I said, hell no. This shit ain't coming off. Some of these pastors look like pimps on the podium.
They are pimps.
so honestly, the thing about it is this. I'm finding it very interesting. Why is it that they say one thing, but these men do another? Very contradictory of what the lifestyle that they tell everybody that they want them to live.
Because they know it's bullshit. Real talk. No bullshit. Come on. Come on now. They know. Sorry, you guys getting the grand tour of my house. I'm walking all over.
Go ahead, Jacob. You said a lot of these men know that what they're saying is bullshit. Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, let's back it up. Now, if you've read the Bible, and you know the contradictions in it, you know the stuff that you're getting isn't real. You know you're selling an invisible product. By that time, if you went through seminary school, I'm sure you know about the councils of Nicaea. You know that there's questions about even if the validity of what was even Jesus said is even the case. You know about the red lines and stuff. Have you read the Red Line Bible? I'm sure you've looked at that and how it says, okay, this is what this character might have said. This is what someone else said.
It has a lot of holes in there. It's like, wait, I thought this chapter just said this, but how the hell does this go about? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of contradictions, a lot of just nonsense in those books. Then you have books that were just removed because, hey, the emperor didn't like what it said. So, you have Christianity, which is a tool that was to control a Roman Empire. And then that tool was later on used to control other empires and other peoples of other areas and other times. You have religion is a tool to control and to moderate behavior. Before that, in the Roman Empire, you had a lot of strife and stuff like that. After the Christianity was introduced, it cut down on a lot of that. Because, I have to tie sex into this too, because last thing in the world that you want is people doing whatever the hell they want to do in a society. You want people thinking, okay, whatever I do in this life is going to carry on to the next life. Unless it's state mandated violence, but that's a different story. So that's what you want. And you definitely don't want women and stuff like that getting out of pocket, talking back to men and stuff like that. You don't want that in the society. At least they didn't want it in the society because it's too hard to control. It's too hard to control. So that's, this whole thing that we live in is like, it's almost like the Matrix from the movie. It's stuff done to get us to be controlled and be conforming and to be okay, to follow the rules. Christianity, as far as how it's been given to us, is to be that, to make us conforming, to make us docile, to make us to worship some European concept of a God, to have us even dressing and mimicking the way Europeans do things. I mean, just close your eyes and envision a church lady. What's she gonna look like? She's gonna look like a carbon copy of a white lady, but with black features. In some cases, not even that, just that. The church elder. That's what she's gonna look like. And when you close your eyes and you think about it, that stuff is so ingrained to us. That stuff is so ingrained to everything. So I keep on harping on this. It's white supremacy. We as a people have to get away from white supremacy, because I don't want our people to turn out like what you have in India. Okay, India, them people gone crazy, lightening their skins. They've gone crazy, having caste systems. They, just anything to get away from the darkness that they were. The original Indians were actually of African descent. Okay, but they're trying to do everything to take that out of them. They even created a religion around some white dude that came and conquered them. It's insane. And that's why I see the whole world going in that direction. You have Asian people lightening their skin. You have Indian people lightening their skin. You have people in Latin America lightening their skin and taking out the blackness that they are. It's insane. How are you gonna live on the equator and want to lighten your skin? That's the dumbest, most retarded thing you could possibly do. You have a natural protection against the sun, and you're trying to get rid of it because that's your idea of beauty. That's your concept of beauty. And how retarded is that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But it does make sense when you factor in white supremacy. And that's okay. I get off the podium now. Okay, I reserve my time. You fellas.
All right, I'm letting the guests talk. MOT.
Yes.
I want to ask you honestly, because you got some time of you seeing this country unfold. Do you feel like, why is it hard, especially for Black men growing up in the community, for them to break away from the thought process of religion? Why is it hard?
I mean, because everything is pretty much groupthink in the community, and because of who they hold in high regard in the community are people who they can control. Very dangerous, very stupid, very emotional people who make a claim like they actually run things when they actually just let people just run buck wild behind the scenes. They make it look like that they're actually running everything behind the scenes and up front and open in public. But the only thing that they're actually advocating for is for what's good for women, not what's good for you, anything like that. And it's just that, think about it. If we actually had a community that made sense, like every other community, these dudes who are so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, they would be having the driest dick on the planet. There would be no way that they would be able to penetrate any woman unless the women are messed up within their society, and that's what they gravitate towards. And you have this to some extent in a lot of communities, but they kind of grow out of that phase at a point. In our community, it kind of keeps going up until you're 30s and 40 years old. Like, I mean, the amount of Black women that you would see in a club at 30 and 40 and 50 years old versus the amount of white women who you see in clubs at 30, 40, and 50 years old is drastically different. Why? Because they don't think that they have a ceiling to where they get to not be competing. In other cultures, if you're not taken by 25, 30, you're done. And it's just that it just shows an entire failure. And this is why for the most part, that they let us go free, but then they gave us a matriarchy, which was worse than slavery, by the way. The matriarchy of having women who are still in charge of the community, for the most part, who get to choose everything for men according to success. It says men want sex, they'll do whatever they can, to include dumbing themselves down and not being responsible for anything in order to get access to women. The way it was.
Now, I noticed a lot of religions, predominantly forged by men, which most religions are forged by men. They always speak on that of a instruction manual on how to get women. Y'all don't believe me? Go look at each one of them. They literally tell you, hey, you die 40 virgins. Do this. You're supposed to have this amount of women. I can understand why women would honestly want to be over Christianity now. Because, especially in our community, because now it's like I get to change the rules. Like, fuck you niggas. Like, y'all can't just have y'all way with us now. Because honestly, if I look at, I went to a church. My mom invited me to church, and I went there. And the ratio of women, there probably was 6 women to every 1 man at that church. And they all were old. They all were old. There was the youngest dude had to be my son. And the women, it was interesting what they were preaching about. They were preaching about how she divorced her man, how she got another man, God sent her another man. She got 2 more kids. I was like, wait, what kind of service is this shit? Like, are you telling us your whole track record of sex? And all the women were like, yeah, get it, girl. God bless you. I was like, wait, hold up.
Hallelujah.
Right. I was like, hold up, bro. She literally told how if she wanted to, she could have stabbed her husband when he was asleep, but the devil didn't allow her to. I'm like, yo, if I didn't know better, I think she just told us about a murder that she was going to commit. Why are we clapping for her again? Why are we clapping for her? Why is she on the podium? Why is nobody calling the police? Does religion dumb down black people? That's the question. I'm going to start off with Mobile. I see Jacob got that glint in his eye like, oh, shit, I want to say something. No, Jacob. We're going to ask Mobile first. Mobile. Is religion dumbing down black people?
Is religion dumbing down black people? Fuck yes. Yes, it is. It stops us from having true independent thought. It stops us from having to actually get up and stand up and fight before our rights. Okay? Like, good example, Dylan Roof. Y'all remember him. Crazy ass white boy. Went in there and shot 9 people in the church. What did they do? What did they do? What the fuck did they do? I'll tell you what they did. We gonna forgive him and pray for him. You fucking kidding me, right?
Yeah, that did happen.
They shot Michael Brown. The church is like, you need to forgive him and pray for him. Fuck all that. All right? Almost every horrible tragedy that befalls black people, we are immediately told to forgive instead of whoop the shit out of them. And that, in my opinion, dumbs down black folks. I mean, if you check your history, when Martin Luther King first came on the scene, the Baptist church hated that motherfucker. They thought he was a troublemaker. They didn't want shit to do with him. Christianity keeps us in the status quo and passive and dumb and ridiculous, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I find it very interesting. And I'm not going to lie. If somebody were to take my child's life, or Melissa, I'm not going to cry on TV. I'm going to let y'all motherfuckers know right now. I'm going to cry. I'm not going to do none of that shit. And y'all can drop this for the record. I'm going to be the most settling person. I'm just going to go do it myself. I'm not going to let the police do it. I'm not going to wait for y'all to go blog about it or any of that shit. I'm just going to go do what I need to fucking do. And honestly, I will be fine with my own conscience. I will not. I'm not going to get. Listen, I'm not giving this one to the man upstairs. No. Okay. I'm going to go be my own rat, and I'm going to torture and kill that person how I see fit.
Exactly.
Just saying. I don't understand, and this is not nothing towards.
He's gonna go medieval.
I'm being dead ass. I got no hatred against white people. Let me state that for the record, so y'all can whatever. But I'm saying if you were to hurt anybody that I love, I am not calling the police. That is too easy and too merciful. Fuck that. I am coming to you. I am going to get you. We are going off the grid. And I am going to keep you alive. And I am going to have as much hell on earth fun with you until I go bored or until my time is over. Until they're going to have to kill me. I'm not giving you up. Me and you going to ride that slope together. So that's me. I don't believe with this shit about people when they get killed, y'all run straight to the pastor. Like somehow he's gonna go form an army for y'all. I don't understand y'all. I never understood that. Any other country or any other people, when you do something to them, they don't run to no holy man. Go watch some of those clips of the Haitians, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, or any of those people in those other countries. MOT will tell you. Do they run to any type of holy man or anything like that? No,
that's after the fact they go to the holy man.
they go grab the machetes, the rocks, the sticks, you'd be surprised. Yo, where did y'all find all these things at? And they just go do it. That's just it. Because that's how we're forming. Like you're not gonna die a slow. You're gonna die not a quick death. It's gonna be a slow, horrible way. Everybody get you.
Honestly, I don't know how Zimmerman's still breathing.
Now, I don't. Oh, believe me. I don't know how Zimmerman still gets to sign book deals and shit. I'm like, yo, bro, this is why I don't take you motherfuckers serious. I don't. Like, y'all, to me, I never understood black people. Y'all quick to kill a black person, but the motherfuckers who be, like, killing y'all off, y'all don't ever get these motherfuckers. They just be walking the street going to Target. Like, planning birthdays and Disney trips and shit. MOT, let me know if I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying. Or Jacob, one of y'all brothers, please let me know. What is this logical thinking? Because honestly, I ain't gonna lie. When they killed King, I couldn't have been born in that timeline. But I'm like, I'm gonna smoke this motherfucker myself. Fuck all that.
Yeah, but I think those people need to be put down themselves who come out with this apologizing on some Christianity shit. That's when they need their personal visit.
Well, I can tell you guys one little thing. As far as our group is concerned, is that I've noticed every time one of these things that happen, when these little situations happen in recent days, and even with the election of Donald Trump, every single time our group grows exponentially. Like we went from 1,000 to 2,000 after one incident. We went from 2,000 to 3,000 after another. Then we went from 3,000 to 6,000 soon after that. And as far as there is hope for us, and not even worried about it in a lot of ways, because guess what? We are becoming, as a collective, free thinkers. We are leaving the church alone in mass, in record mass. Okay, that's why they're trying all these little tricks now and trying to change up the philosophy that are being taught in a lot of these churches, because they know what's going on. As society develops, as this society develops, and as people actually have access to more education, and more of us go to college, back for the first time in a long time, there are more of us in college than there are in the prisons. And that's a good thing.
But they don't tell that statistic. They don't ever want to tell that statistic, Jacob. And that,
yeah, exactly.
They don't talk about the college.
And I want to touch on something also earlier, as far as like, yes, a certain generation of women is lost. Let's be real about it. But the younger generations, they're in good shape. They're getting married. They're getting married in record numbers. In fact, as far as the black family is in better shape than any other group in this country. A lot of people don't know that. We get married at a later period of time. Like if you move the statistic back from 18 back to 21, we get married at the higher rate than any other ethnic group out there. But what you see and what you hear, especially from some of these man hating women, and what you hear from some of these women hating men, that we don't, black men don't marry, that black men don't want black women. That black women, they need to go find themselves a white man because white man is more on their level. All that stuff is bullshit. Okay. Even one statistic I thought was the case, but it turns out it was bullshit too. It was about more black women get their degrees than black men. No, not the case. It's a lot of parity there, actually. So a lot of the stuff, a lot of the white supremacy and all the bullshit that we're being fed is nonsense. The black family is strong. The black family is getting away from religion. Half of us, like for example, I used to be really into politics in Tallahassee, and I went off one time on the executive committee. I served on the executive committee here, and they were saying we need to get the black vote. So the first thing they want to do is go off into the church. I was like, those people are joiners. They're going to show up anyway. That's 33% of the population. They're going to show up at the polls anyway. What you need to do is get out here and set up on the corner and do like a little, heck, have some music out there, have a block party or something, and get people registered to vote that way. And that's how we're going to get the turnout that you need to have. You got to show up to people's houses. We're not as churchy as you think we are. I walk around this town and just casually talking to people, I spark up a conversation. And then the next thing you know, guess what? They're showing up in our group. Okay? All these little small, little rural towns, people are questioning, but guess what? Because the society tells them, oh, you gotta believe. All black people believe in Jesus, or all black people believe in something. They don't know that there's a lot of people out there just like us. And we're growing like nobody's business. There's a lot of us. There's more than you think. We've only scratched the surface as far as people who are free thinkers. Now, the scary thing, and this is the thing that I try to work on every day as far as in the group, is not developing a group think. Because if we develop a group think, we turn into a religion. The last thing in the world I want to do is turn into a religion. I want everyone to have free access to communicate, to express your different ideas, talk about your different ideas and things like that. The only thing that I believe in a little bit of group think about is like, I don't, what someone does, I'll say it like this. I don't care who you fuck, as long as it's not a child, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, I don't care who you fuck. And we got to get to that point in our society. Why do you care what someone else is doing in their bedroom? Why do you care what who somebody chooses to spend their life with? Why do you care? That has nothing to do with you. Get out of somebody else's life. That's their life. If they're not hurting anybody, fuck it. Who cares? Especially if they're not putting down other black people. I don't give a shit what people do. Honestly, that's your life. Do your thing. Be you. Be great you. Okay, I'm done with that. Off the soapbox again. Sorry.
I would honestly
good, baby.
I would honestly want to say this, that one of the things about it, and I try to, how's the best way to say this, honestly? One of the biggest things that we do in this collective thinking is really setting back our people. The reason why us as black men on this panel are so successful, the reason why BMT is consistently growing, the reason why the Black Men's Congregation, which is shout out to BMC, is consistently growing, is because we understood that we cut the strings to the puppeteer. And we're just like, hey, can anybody turn it down a little bit? We just understand that nobody's coming to save us. That shit, that there's no boat coming, there's nobody coming to save you from the fields. You just need to just run and just be willing to go out there and do it for yourself. That's why I remember one person said, oh man, like, I'm gonna go get Jacob. I never knew Jacob said, yo, I be watching your shit, bro. I said, really? Damn, nigga, I didn't know you watch my shit. But we respect each other because even though we come from two different diverse backgrounds, our train of thought on how we think about stuff. I remember me and Mobile, the way how we started out, we thought we clicked. MOT, he's like my brother. black men or black people will respect each other if they understand that, listen, cut the bullshit of all these things that keep us in these type of bubbles and just get your own shit for yourself. Doesn't matter about who they fucking. Doesn't matter about how much money they got. It matters what they're doing in the now and what are they trying to do to better themselves. Now, if you're a pedophile, I can't fuck with you, mama. I can't fuck with y'all.
Nope.
Don't come. Don't bring that shit here. I had one dude. He wanted to get on the show. He's a pedophile. He want to tell us his whole story. I said, I don't know, nigga. I can't. I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to have SWAT kick my door in again. But
for real.
Boom, bye. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't do that shit. But the thing about it is, now black people are now coming, and I agree with Jacob. Black people are now coming to the realization that, yo, just like he said, when it comes to, listen, watch every election. The first place they always go to is the church. They always go to the church.
Especially when they want the black
vote.
vote.
The church because they know it's easy to control. Why you? I'm trying to let y'all know, man. If you can control the mindset of the people, you got them. What is the first thing in Willie Lynch's rule book? Break the mind of the slave. You got to break him. Once you break the mind, this nigga ain't gonna fight back. That's why if Mobile would have said, "Yo," think of it like this: how many of y'all ever seen a young kid say, "I don't believe in God," and see what happens to him in the school? When I was coming up. You're gonna get chewed out. They probably would have sent you to the assistant principal office, and the principal started talking about Jesus.
And I'll tell you this: as someone who actually was an atheist growing up, I learned how to fight extremely well because of it. In fact, there were a few cases where I beat someone down so bad, and I was like, "Where's your God now?" So,
I'm sorry. That was beautiful. Where's your God now?
The thing about I dated, and I think my family looked at me crazy. Another thing, and I told Jacob about this, that when I was in school, when I was going to school, I was dating a Satanist, and that was drastically different for me to be a Christian dating a Satanist. And I wondered why so many people were hating on her. I'm like, what is she doing? She doesn't even believe in religion. She just believes in her own self. Oh man, like they just started. I never seen so many girls and even dudes try to fight her. I said, "Oh, baby, we're gonna have to just fight every last damn person in the school." Just because she didn't believe, she chose not to believe in what people told her to believe in. And then that's why I said, you know what, niggas are fucked up. They are fucked up because y'all, you're telling me I have to believe in something. Or I get kicked out of the community, then I'd rather walk away from the community and say, fuck it. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say. I mean, that's all I got to say. Like, I feel good that we did have this talk. I understand some people are going to be like, oh, man, that's how y'all think? We can't fuck with y'all. I hear y'all. They always tell me that shit, and then they always unsubscribe. Then people come right back and then subscribe again.
All I gotta say is like, bring it. That's all I have to say. If any Christians or the people who I really can't stand, I will say this as far as in the black community, and I think they're almost like a disease because they're so retarded, is the damn Hebrew Israelites. Those gotta be the dumbest. Hebrew Israelites, and I'll call them out, and I'll gladly debate any one of them silly ass jackleg, bootleg, retarded ass mother. Actually, that's an insult to people who are mentally handicapped. Any of them idiots. They straight up idiots. Idiots is a universal term. And them guys, I'll gladly debate any one of them any day of the week, any time, any place. You can find me at Black Atheists and Agnostics United. And my name is Jacob Eaton, and I approve this message. Fuck y'all. Ignorant ass.
Yay!
I think one of the reason why, and I'm gonna tell y'all this before we sign off. Why would you want to be part of something that tells you that you're superior than everything else? Who would make? Why? Just tell me. Y'all can't say I'm making that up. Why would you want to be part of affiliation of a group or organization that tells you you're more superior than everybody else? What kind of love is that? What makes me more potent and more special than Jacob, MOT, or Mobile. I'm a man, just like them, no less.
But it goes back to Christianity again. Because what did that little bullshit God, that little sand nigga God that they have taught you? It taught you that the universe was made for your pleasure. Even though you're on a little speck of a planet on the outskirts of a neighborhood and an insignificant planet and an insignificant solar system and an insignificant galaxy and an insignificant corner of that galaxy. I mean, hell, there are more galaxies than there are grains of sand on the earth. But that's why they can't believe in the science either. And that's why no one went to the moon, apparently, and everything else like that, because it goes against their backwards, tribalistic, Bronze Age psyche and belief system. It's antiquated. It's backwards. And if you don't understand science in this world, and you basically excluded from a lot of different jobs that would help you get to where you need to go and to uplift ourselves, because that's the thing that's going to uplift us is education, is taking the time to learn stuff. You know, hell, I mean, just to do the type of truck driving I do, you have to know some basic physics. You got to know some basic mathematics. You need to know some advanced stuff if you're getting into some of the other stuff. Like when I'm carrying supersized loads, I need to know bridge formulas and things like that. So a gravity exists. And these silly motherfuckers think it's inertia. Come on, man. That's retarded. So these people are excluded from big portions of the economy, and it's just another way to lock yourself down into a position of servitude to the masses. Every one of these hyper-religious countries on the planet are broke as shit. Every single last one of them are broke as shit. You can't name me a country that has some money other than like Saudi Arabia, because they're just sitting on just a pile of oil. Other than that, all these other countries that are backwards like that, they're going backwards. And heck, and when Saudi Arabia runs out of oil, they're going backwards too. That's why they're taking the time to develop their economy and develop their science game. You know? So these people are just out here following this religion and stuff like that, and they are hurting themselves, they're hurting their people, and they're hurting their progeny. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the things what's happening in Africa right now in some of these nations is disgusting and irreprehensible. It's disgusting. You got free, you put down the religion stuff. Now you're letting these fools back in there and recolonize you all over again. You know, you see pictures of white Jesuses and Mormons in your country. Are you fucking kidding me? These are the same people that thought you were nothing. You had to get a waiver signed by a white Mormon in order to get into heaven. And these people call themselves Mormons now. Black people call themselves Mormon. It's disgusting. It's reprehensible. Islam, for example, that's another reprehensible thing. And as far as in terms of Africa, you know, I'm Mandinka. My ancestors were Mandinka. At least 30% of me is Mandinka. But I do know this. You know, even though some of my ancestors were Muslim, slavery is the result of Islam in Africa. Again, slavery is the result of Islam in Africa. You know, the Christians were late to the game. The Muslims were there selling us over into slavery. And you call yourself a Muslim in the last countries on the planet, and some of them still have a form of slavery today, are those Islamic ones. Yet you pray to Mecca. It's disgusting. It's irreprehensible. It's reprehensible, not irreprehensible. Reprehensible. It's disgusting. Wake up, people. All right, I'm off the soapbox. I'm done. I'll let you guys talk.
All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for tonight. I hope you did enjoy the show. Again, guys, we open this platform for everybody to talk. We do open this platform for everybody to talk. So that's why I did not mind having Jacob on here. I already told y'all, this is one of the most diverse platforms in the Black media. A lot of people just want to sugarcoat things, and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. Everybody knows my stance and my faith, and Jacob respects me, Mobile respects me, and MOT respects me. I don't feel belittled by that or anything less than that, because I know that they come from a good place where they want to see us succeed. And until we start understanding that We got to drop the emotions and think with logic. That's something that's been killing us off. Logic and not. I don't think black people were really losing logic like we're supposed to be using logic. I think we're just throwing that out the window. But however, again, you can. I'm gonna grab the link to Black Atheist group because Jacob already told me to go grab it. And pretty much
the question, because you're not getting in the group if you don't answer the questions.
Oh yeah, you got to answer the questions. Again, they're a pretty rough group. But like I said, go in there. I was invited to the group, and the people who invited me to the group knew my stance. And people try to roast niggas in that damn group, but I roast back. I don't give a fuck. I talk my shit in that damn group. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. Like I said, you got to be able to roast back with those motherfuckers. They'll try to talk. They do more roasting than anything in that damn group. They try to talk shit and they'll try to gang up on you. But some of their jokes are corny as fuck. But it's okay. Tell them I said that. And you know who you are, you dry dick motherfucker. Fuck you. So, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, the group, they're pretty good people. They do mean well. They can laugh at me because he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Some dude talk thirsty motherfuckers in the universe of Thanos. So, like I said, like I said, thank you guys for joining us. I gotta get off the thing with Jacob cracking me up. And I'd like to thank y'all for joining us again. Join us again. I think what's today? Friday. Today's Friday. So Saturday it's Ratchet. It's Ratchet weekend. So I gotta go grab a Ratchet film to show you guys.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. The one I gotta grab for y'all people. I think it's I'm see if I can get. I gotta see if I can get the approval. It's for the dude. He tried to shoot some black dude, but shot his own penis off. So I'll see if I can grab that film. I don't actually know why that happened.
Oh, that just made me laugh so hard.
So
That doesn't about shooting things off, body parts off, especially a vital organ like that off. That does not make me laugh. That makes me sad.
No. I think that's great. He can't have kids. Oh,
so that's one thing. He will not be able to hurt people anymore.
Never again.
Yeah. Well, he can, but he won't be able to reduce. He won't be able to reproduce such stupidity.
Yes, Darwin Award
goes to him.
He can always
by Parachi. Actually, Darwin Award by Parachi. Actually.
So, like I said, you guys, we're gonna definitely be able to have that talk. I want to thank y'all guys for being able to join us. Jacob, we will definitely have you back, but we have more talk that we definitely can do. If you have topic, please let us know. Also, MOT, please tell us about the group that you affiliate yourself with and that you run.
Black Men's Congregation, men only Facebook group. We're black men only. You know, born black men can join the group, and we talk about black male issues. You have any issues that you have in life, you can get some advice on. Most people don't post in the group. They actually take it to PMs for me or actually Joe there, so that way we can help you out with your issues. Mm-hmm. And we do also do Black Men Congregation on every Sunday. It's actually a YouTube page. And you can check us out every Sunday between the hours of 12 and 1 Eastern time.
I kind of wish City were here.
I'll be checking that out.
No, you're not. Well, we'll leave it alone. Pretty much so, yes. Brothers, please join us on Black Men Congregation. We talk about, and like MOT was saying, you send us a message in the congregation, we give you back a response. We're not like some groups where you ask a question, nobody responds back to you. The men in there are, a lot of them are different men from different backgrounds of success. We try to praise and build up success, self-coaching. It is a black male only Facebook group. Women, you know the rules. You're not allowed in the boys club. So please stop asking us. I'm keep on declining, y'all. Stop asking us. MOT already knows our decline game is on fleek in that motherfucker. But we try to keep it where it's just for men, so that way we can build ourselves up. Y'all want a good man, but you don't want to let us develop ourselves in our own crafts. That's contradictory. But you want us to take you as you are. Fuck that. I'm for us men doing for us first. then we'll get y'all whenever the fuck we want to get y'all. So,
Word.
all right, guys. We'll see y'all guys later. Thank you for joining us on Black Male Talk. Peace and good night.
Peace.